It was a cold and windy night when I decided to meet my friends at our favorite bar downtown. I stepped outside my house, shivering as the biting wind tore through my jacket. I locked the doors and began walking towards my car when I noticed that the bedroom light was still on. I was almost certain I had turned it off before leaving. Annoyed with myself, I muttered under my breath about my forgetfulness. I went back inside to turn it off. Once outside again, I froze in my tracks. My eyes widened as the lights flicked back on. A torrent of thoughts rushed through my mind. Was someone inside the house? Swallowing my fear, I went back inside and climbed the stairs to my bedroom. Upon entering, I carefully inspected the light switch and area around it, searching for an explanation. Maybe it was the fault of the wiring, or an electrical issue. Finding nothing visibly wrong, I sighed and decided to leave again. However, before I could even reach the bottom of the stairs, the bedroom light turned on once more. What was going on? I spun around to find the source of light, and a terrible sense of unease washed over me. This surely isn't any electrical fault. Something about the timing of the lights felt deliberate. Once more, I ascended the stairs. This time, a foreboding feeling weighed down on my every step. I cautiously approached the room, my hand trembling as I slowly opened the door, half expecting to see a figure standing there, responsible for the light. The room was empty as before. I checked inside the wardrobes and under the bed, feeling a little ridiculous for doing so, but I confirmed there was no such figure hiding away. Exhausting any possible explanation for the lights, I decided to perform one last test. I turned off the lights and sat on the edge of my bed, waiting to see if the light would turn on again by itself. A few minutes passed as I stared intently at the light switch. That is when it happened. To my horror, I watched as the light switch toggled on all by itself. The darkness of the room was flooded with light. Panic seized me, leaving me motionless like a statue, unable to comprehend what just happened. As I sat there, disbelieving what I saw, the light unexpectedly flicked back off, plunging the world in darkness. I could barely register what was happening when the light came back on again. It kept flickering off and on, frantically, like it was possessed. The strobing made me feel like I was spinning. The rhythm once more felt very deliberate. And then, a mad idea popped into my head. I realized that the flickering followed a distinct pattern. It was Morse code. I quickly grabbed a piece of paper and pen from my nightstand, transcribing the pattern. When I deciphered the message, my blood ran cold. It spelled out two ominous words: "Don't go." Overcome with fear, I bolted for the door, but it was stuck. I pulled and yanked on the handle, but it wouldn't budge, as if it was held closed by unseen hands. I wrestled with the door and banged against the walls, calling out for help. But none came, and I was trapped all by myself. Hours passed, and exhaustion overcame me. I spent the night inside, jumping at every creak and shadow. Eventually, I slumped into sleep as the night passed. When dawn finally arrived, I cautiously approached the front door. Only this time, it opened with ease. Feeling relieved, I stepped outside and ran, not really knowing where I was going. I just wanted to be as far away as I can get from that house. I ran like this until I saw the flashing lights of a police car and ambulance down the street. As I approached the scene, I saw the wreckage of a terrible accident. A car had smashed into the side of a building. My blood froze and I could barely breathe when I recognized the mangled sign of the bar. It was the very place I was supposed to meet my friends last night.